course there is another way, but CardView, so look at that. If I just go into that particular palette where we have these, all these our widgets, button, image view, I can just search here CardView. If I click on that particular CardView, it is not available yet. So if I try to click on here, it say that would you like to add this to your project now? I said okay. If I say yes, actually it is trying to download in changing few things. What are those changing? Actually it is go into that particular Gradle, and actually it added that particular line in that particular, what you can say that this is the configuration file of your project. So it add that specific file, the line in it, which is telling to our Android Studio as well as the Android application operating system that we are going to use that specific card view in our application. That's exact. Either you do it by yourself, you go into that particular configuration file and change by yourself, or you can do it from that visual part. Either way, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so now we will try to add a text view here. So again I just try to go into the text mode. I say that I want the card view, so look at that, now it is showing up card view. Again we want match parent and we want wrap content. This card view is again a view group in which it can have multiple widgets inside it. We can define, like we can have a text view, we can have an image view. For example, I want an image view. I say that wrap content. I also have that image. Okay, I downloaded that particular image from, so I can just go and put that particular application. Guys, please. Main, and then in the resources we put that particular, in the drawable I putting that particular image here. So CardView 01.jp, I'm putting that particular image. So here I can say that source is equal to drawable, and not this one, CardView. So it is showing me an up. Here we can say that maybe width is like 300 dp and the height is like 200 dp. Okay, I want to make it like this card to be come into the center, so we say that gravity horizontal center. Again I can put this gravity here as well. Okay, there is another, if I just put few margins here, margin, I want to put margin here like 15 dp, so you can see this thing here. If I also put the background color, it will be very much visible that what that particular specific card view actually there. So maybe I can just try to select another color from here and I put it here. There's another card corner radius. When I say card corner radius, we can give like 5 dp. Sorry? Yeah, man, actually to make that particular, look at that, this card is becoming from these corners, it is becoming round. Okay, so maybe I can just put things here like margin 30 dp, that's become something like this. this background color is not working. I think there is a card background color. Okay, it's working. So we have this particular image inside that card. Maybe we can make another card view. Okay, and that particular card view, maybe I can say that I can, instead of having that image, I say that I want to have a text view. Match parent, wrap content, put the margin 30 dp. Okay, and then maybe we can say that the style is @ of style heading. Okay, and then we can say that um, text is equal to text. We can say that gravity, again center, horizontal center, text align center. Okay, so we have created these two. I mean, in one particular card view we put the text, in the other we put the images. How we can enable that particular or make that particular card view available? Okay, so this is, again, it's very simple. You can go to that particular design view. Inside the design view, try to search the card. There will be a download button here. So if you click on that, it will say you want to add that one. So you can add it here. It will automatically fix those project settings for you so that you can use that particular card view, because this card view is available in the latest versions, not in the old versions. So if you want to use in the old versions, okay, so then you have to enable that specific compatibilities between these two. Okay, now what we want some on click. Like if I say that on click event text card, clicked. Okay, and here I say that again I'm putting that particular on click event in the card. Okay, so wherever you hit or press or click on that card, it will work. Okay, like I say that this is an image card, clicked. Again, if you want to add the method that will handle that particular specific click event, then you can do that like that. Again, you can go for the other one as well. Again, you press alt enter, it will show you that particular pop-up window in which you can create that particular event handler. Okay, so now we have those handles. Let me see if I just toast dot make text, this I want to show like image card view is clicked, and then I say that toast dot long dot show. So I just try to copy paste in this one so that instead of image it is a text card view. Okay, and then see how it goes. I just implemented few things here, and then we see that how it is happening in our Android simulator. So look at that, it has changed that colors, top bar, the application bar, the navigation bar. If we click on that, it shows me that image card view is clicked. If I click on the text, it is again saying me that the text card view is imaged. So now what I want, that if I click on this particular image, it will show me the details, like this particular image is coming from some source, some application, some internet. So I've just tried to go and show that particular image as well as give the source of that particular. I'll just show you that new activity, go there, displaying something. We can also send that particular like source of that particular image as a message in the intent. Okay, so that we will see. So we need to create an intent, but first of all we need to create that particular new activity that we want to start. Okay, so again we open that particular project, we right click on, try to add a new things activity, and in the activity we are saying that I want to start the empty activity. So we say that image card view activity. The name you can select. I just say that image card view because it is going to be started as a result when we are clicking on that particular image card view. Okay, so I finish it. We create two parts. One is the layout and the other one is the Java file. So in the layout, again I just try to go there and change that particular constraint layout into the linear layout, change the orientation from by default it is horizontal, so we need to convert it to the vertical. Again I am putting that image view. I say that match parent wrap content, and then I say that what is the source. Source is the drawable card view. Okay, and then I say that we have a text view. It will be like match parent and the wrap content. I want to make some margin between the image and that particular uh, text view. Okay, so what I can say, margin top I put 20 dp, and the text is source. Where's that source? No, I think that we need to reduce the size 300 dp. Okay, why it is going to the whole 200 dp. Okay, and then maybe we can say that I want to gravity's horizontal center. Here I can say that text alignment center, so it's something like that. Now we go back to our main activity. So we say that image card view collect. So we are going to create a new intent, image intent is equal to new intent. First of all, we are giving the context in which this particular intent is being created. Okay, and then we can give the class name. So what was that? Image card view activity dot class. So that will create. Now we want to give that particular source, okay, as an intent. So we can say that image intent dot put extra. I want to give the source, and then I am giving a value as a string. So what is that particular value? Actually this particular image is coming from, if I just go there and visit this one, it is coming from the Getty image. So I just try to copy paste this thing here. So that is again going as a message from the main activity to the image card view activity inside the intent. Okay, and on the other side we will open that particular intent, receive that particular image, that text message, and show it on that particular screen. Okay, and then once we have created our intent, we can start the activity, start activity. That's again a method, and we pass our image intent in it. So let me run this thing and see if the work so far is working fine or not. So if we click on that, it is starting that new image. This toast is actually coming from the previous activity. It's still there long enough, so it's showing up. Okay, so we have this image and then we have that particular source. So we need to change that particular source when this particular activity is going to be loaded. Okay, so on create event, we are on create method, we are going to change that thing. So again, go into the Java code of the image card view activity. Here we can say that intent, I say that calling intent, the intent which has actually called this particular activity to start, I am say that get intent. So there is a simple method here. We have a get intent method which actually, if this particular activity, the current activity is being started by some intent, it will return that particular intent to me. And then from here we can say that I have a string, maybe a message is equal to calling intent dot get get string extra, get extra, get string extra. Okay, and here we can give the name. And what is the name of that? That name should be exactly the same that when we put that particular message, the source of that particular image, that we have a name. You can say that that is actually a tuple. We have a name and the value. So name value pair. So the name that we were calling in the this one, it should be exactly the same in with which we have put that value inside that intent. Okay, so it will return me back that particular message. And what we want to display that in this particular text view. Yes or no? So first of all, if we want to access that text view, change some properties, then we need to provide an ID to it. So first of all, we provide an ID. For example, source text, and then inside our Java class, we need to create a variable text view source text, and we need to initialize that particular variable inside our own create method. Source text is equal to find by view id r.id dot source text, and then we can say that source text dot set text. We need to set some text here. So first of all, we say that source, and then we say that our message, we are providing that particular string to it. Okay, so let's run our application again and see if it is working or not. So we are clicking on that image. So look at that. Now it's showing me the source. Image is also there. It's already there, so we don't need to worry about it. But the source is set according to the message that we have sent in the intent. Any questions till now? So we have seen the card view. Inside the card view, we can put a lot of things. Okay, we have put only one thing here, but that's again a view group, just like your linear layout. We can put text, we can put images, we can put buttons, we can put what?
Oh, no, I was just asking, so obviously you know how if we're taking some on our projects, we have to
Yeah, I mean, of course, this particular thing will help you to finish your assignment as well.
So
Okay.
we could either do it that way, just demonstrate, or we just do it commented.
There are multiple ways to do the same thing, so it's not necessary that you can do it like that, but there are multiple ways. Again, what I can do here, like inside this particular image card view, we can also put with this elevation, so that's like giving a 3D effect. So we have this card elevation on a card elevation. So card elevation like 20 dp. Look at that, it's showing up me that things here. So maybe I can use the same thing for the other one as well. Okay, one, fine. So now for the text view, again I want to start a new activity, but here we will use some, what you can say, that I want to use a list view to show a list of elements or list of things that I want to display over there. Okay, so how we can use the list view, that we will see it here as well in the other activity, and then we will go to that particular specific slides what they are saying over there. First we will look at that how we can do it. So again I need to create a new application, no, not new application, new activity, add a new activity in this particular project. So we say that empty, so we can say that text card view activity. Okay, and click finish. Again it will create two things. Okay, it will create two different parts. One is the Java code and one is the layout. Again inside the layout I'm going and changing that particular layout from the constraint to the linear, because we love that linear layout. We need to change the orientation. I say vertical, and here we have this list view. If I say list view, match the wrap content, and look at that, it is like showing me something here. Okay, we can set a lot of properties here, like we can say that, what we can say, okay, so we can say that, what is that specific property that actually fill the source. Okay, the text, the at item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5, item 6, item 7, that from where these source will come out, that will be displayed here. Okay, so if we look at our resources, inside we have those values, and inside those values we have strings, we have colors, we have, if we look at in the strings, we can define a new string. Like I say that I want to define a string array, not string. String is for, like, I change this particular name of the application, it will change, like week 6 lecture number 2 and blah blah, it will change in that particular title view of that application. So here I'm saying that I am creating a string array, like colors, and I am putting some item here. What is the color? Blue. Maybe I can just copy paste here, and then I say that blue, black, red, green, what else, pink, brown. Okay, so we are just saying some text. Okay, let me see that specific property. What's going on? Where is my, okay, this is, okay, same. I need to remember that property. Source, okay. entries, and I say the entry, and then we say array. Look at that array that we have defined, colors, it is there. If I just do this, create a list view, set its height and width, and say that the item that I want to display in this particular list view comes from that particular array that we have defined in the strings resource. I just keep it like that right now. Go to the main activity in which we are clicking on that particular what you can say that I'm clicking on that card view, text card view. So I create an intent, text intent, and then say that new intent, and then I say that this, and then I need to give the text card view activity dot class. Okay, and again in this particular intent I'm putting dot put, okay, not this one, text intent dot put extra. Okay, and I'm saying that src source, I mean based on this particular number we will see that we want to use the source which is we have defined inside our strings, or we can also have, like, we can read some text file from the disk, read those informations, fill those informations. We can also create a array of strings inside our Java code and fill that one. We will see that. But right now, I'm putting this this source here as an integer value, but we will use it later on. Okay, and then I say that start activity text intent. So if I just try to run this still now and see how it goes, does it showing me that list activity with those colors inside it? Yes or no? We will see. So if I click on that particular text, blue, black, red, green, pink, brown, and so on. Does it make sense? So we are just created a list view, and we are telling that entries, from where the entries of this particular list will come. We have defined an array inside our strings class. It is a string of array of string, and we are putting it over there. Okay, fine, simple list view. Of course, we can define the list view dynamically, like instead of like defining that particular inside the string, we can make a variable, we can dynamically change those contents. Okay, we can do that. How we can do that? Let's see. So again, we go into that particular text view, and remember that I have given that particular one inside this one, this main activity. I give this particular value source. If this value is 1, okay, okay, if src is equal to 1, get the items of list view from string dash array. It means don't do anything right now. I mean, we have already done it, we don't need to worry about it. Maybe we can say that we can try to create that particular list view here and then set that particular entries part. We can do that. For example, if I go back here, I can give the ID, okay, ID, and then we say that list view, list view, and then inside my here say that list view, here I'm creating that particular list view is equal to find by id r.id dot list view, and here we can say that list view dot and set. Can we have entries dot set? Okay, elevation, we can do that, fine. I need to find out if we can have that specific method in which we can change that entries attribute dot n. No, there is no method that can help us to change that thing. Okay, but in any case, we have this particular list view. Okay, now I want to define another, like string, array, words. Maybe I can give some words. What words you want? Huh? MIT. MAORI, Maori. Okay, what else? Which are like, you know, menu call. We are trying to find out some important things about the New Zealand. Okay. Huh? Language. Okay. Diversity. Culture. Huh? Rangi Toto?
No, Pavlova.
How is spell Rangi Toto?
Oh, T-O-T-O.
T-O?
And I believe it's one word.
Yeah, it's business space.
Rangi Toto.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? Mortal? Mordor.
Water.
I don't know. I spell it wrong. Mordor, I sense. That's you know, that Lord of the Rings. Mordor.
Yes,
Yeah, we can say that Lord of the Rings. Anyway, so we defined some words here, and now we will see that if that particular source, I mean, I just it means do nothing because that source is 1. So if I just try to make this 2, it will check. First of all, we need to get that particular value. What is that value? We say that int src is equal to get intent. We are getting that particular intent. We are getting the int extra, and we are getting src, and if nothing is coming out, then it will give me the default value, that is 0. I mean, if that particular specific named value that we want to try to extract from the intent, if does not exist in the intent, okay, maybe you make some spelling mistakes here, you use a different name here, and when you are putting the value inside that particular intent, you use a different name. So for any reason, if that is the case, it will give me default value as a 0, and then I can check if src is double equal to 2, then we will select the source of list items from words, that the string array that we have created here. Okay, does it make sense? So I'm trying to, what you can say, that I'm trying to put the list items from dynamically, instead of like having, okay, I have hard coded those array inside the strings and we cannot change it later on, so I'm going to change it. Fine. How we can do that? So we need a adapter. That adapter is a string adapter, create node, I want to import only. So let me go back, look at my other, okay. No, this is the C# code. Don't worry about it, it's not Java.
Yeah. I like C sharp. It's like Java. Basically, honestly, just the keyword.
That's you, sharp one.
So we have that particular array adapter, okay. So we can come here, we say that array adapter, it's a adapter on the string. I say that my list adapter string is equal to new array adapter, and again I give here the string. Now we need to give those values. Number one, first of all, in this particular, when we are creating that particular adapter, we need to provide the context. Second thing, we need to provide the layout. I mean, we are putting that particular string inside the list view, okay, but we need to provide a layout, how that particular string is going to be displayed, in which, like, the style, it will be bold, what will be the color, and that's it. So we need to define a layout, an extra layout inside our layout folder, that we can use it here, okay. So first of all, I go back, I right click on my layout folder, I say that I want a new XML, I want a layout, okay. So I say that list item, okay, the item that is going to be displayed inside the list, we are saying this one. So first of all, I just, instead of having this linear, I say that I want a text view, because this is only a text that I want need to show. I say that match parent. Here we can define things like text size, text color, which color we want. Maybe I can go into that particular palette and see which color we need. Green one. Green, text size 30 sp, okay, and then we say that text style, we can say that bold, italic, bold and italic, okay. So I just define, look, if we look at that particular layout, I just put a one particular text view inside it and define certain things, okay. Now I can go back into my this array adapter that I am creating here. I say this, and then I give that particular r dot layout dot list item, and then the third thing, we need to give these words, the source words, okay, clear, yes or no? So we are creating an array adapter, which is, we are creating an array adapter on those words with the context, this, how these strings will be displayed on, we are providing a layout, okay. And then we need to say that the next step is that, okay, we need to set that particular adapter on our list. Okay, so we have our list here, this list view, list view dot set adapter, and then we give this particular list adapter string. What we are doing here, again, based on the source that's coming from the main activity, if it is 2, if it is 1, we will not do anything. We have hard coded the elements of the list, they will be remain same, we don't worry about it. If it is 2, then what we will do, we will create an array adapter based on the string again, and for the new adapter we are providing 3 things. One is the context, second thing is the layout, how that particular string is going to be displayed inside that list view. Okay, and the third one is the words or the string array from where we will get the values. And then we come to our list view and we are setting the adapter that we have created, just string adapter. Clear? If I just press start, then I don't start it now. I go back and change this particular value to 2 first, so that this time we are receiving 2 from the main activity. Okay, and see how it goes. So we have launched the activity. If we click on the image, okay, fine, we can come back. We have this navigation bar. If I press back, actually when we are starting the new activity, our previous activity is still there. Okay, if we press the back button, we will come back to our previous activity. So we press text, look at that. Now it is showing me that MIT, Maori, Manukau, the words that we have defined inside our string array variable, that are being displayed here with those bold and italic, green color. Maybe we can put some like what you can say that inside that particular, where is that list item, so we can also put some like margin 10 dp. So if I do that and try to run this particular application again, it will have some margins between these two items. I just click on this one. Where's my margins? Doesn't show up. But anyway, these are some, this item is going inside a list. List has some on its, attribute set. So when there's a conflict, maybe sometimes it's not happening. So we have to find out the exact way that how we can put some margins, put some space between that. We will try to find out. But this is how we can, again, look at that. We can click on these items. We can handle that particular click event as well. This is again one of the reasons that we are putting some lists. Maybe I say that Maori, and then it show me a small toast in which it is giving me the details or the definition of the Maori. Okay, so how we can handle that? Go back into that particular list view, and then we have that list view dot set on item clicked, not on click. Okay, remember that, not on click. On click means that you are clicking anywhere on that particular list view. When I say on click item, so that's, we are talking about a specific item. Okay, so when we say that new on item clicked listener, so we have that particular method that can handle that specific click event. So look at that, we have int position, we have the ID, we have the view, we have the parent. So based on that, we try to find out what is actually, which item has been clicked. And based on that particular item, we try to show a different message. The reason is that if we click on the Maori, it gives me some definition about the Maori. If we click on the language, it gives me some definition about the language. So based on the item, we need to decide that what we are going to display on the screen. Okay? Does it make sense, this click event of the items? So let's have a break, and then we will come back and then we see that how we can parse down which item has been clicked, how we can find out, and accordingly how we can decide that what we will do.